Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. I am Pat. Welcome to the Queen of Wands. What's shaking? I hope your afternoon is going well. It's so sunny and beautiful here in Atlanta, the ATL. Okay, so I'm still working and I'm still getting energies and stuff, everything that I want to share with you guys. And these are energies coming from our ancestors, the divine, the angels, but most definitely from our ancestors. Okay, so I'm just getting a lot of energy, and this is some past life energy that they want to share with you guys to let you guys know what happened in the past life more in detail, because I feel like a lot of you guys are curious, and you might have had heard other readings but not quite had a full understanding of that. So it's like they wanted me to break it down a little bit more in detail. Maybe there's easier way, what I can understand, to share with you guys. All right. So I just wanted to go off into that energy. And this is past life energy of your divine masculine, you know, the karmic situation and things that happen in the past life of why they receive karma in the past life, as well as why they receiving karma in the present life. Okay. So in the past life, they were still, someone cursed their money. All right. They were cursed financially because of their behaviors, their secrets, and their life. Somebody put a curse on their financial sector. Somebody wanted them to not be able to take care of their children and their family. Okay? And this was neglecting their children. So somebody put a curse on their family sector so they wouldn't be able to support them. All right? That divine masculine energy could have been like really controlling. And when I looked at that controlling, I clarified with the truth deck and I got tyrant energy, just a tyrant energy. So back in the day, they was really controlling to who their divine femme, who they were married to, and some of these divine femmes were married to this person legally, and you guys did have a child with your masculine in the past life. Okay, and this person was very controlling. They wanted to do what they wanted to do, and they expected you to just stay there and wait. You know, currently like what's happening today. Okay, so I'm gonna put that back, and we're gonna go into the truths. All right. They wanted you to trust them in regards to this sacred union. All right. It's very sunny, so I hope that you guys can see in regards to the sacred union. But after all, you started to take a look within inside yourself, and you started to see what this person was doing. You know, you started to find out their lies, their mistrust, and you started to like wake up, and you had that epiphany, divine fam. All right, about this sacred union. You start to feel like it wasn't so sacred after all. All right, because you, divine femme, you're appearing here in your past life. This is who they were supposed to be committed to. All right, or still, you know, tried to be committed to, but it didn't really work out because this person was stuck in low self-esteem issues. So if you were with your masculine, all right, it's different, you know, scenarios here. If you was with them, he was a tyrant and he was controlling. But if you wasn't, he was in and out of your life in karmic relationships and just had you waiting. Currently, like what they did in this lifetime. Okay? And look at loyalty here is in reverse. Because they wasn't loyal to you. They didn't grow old with you. And that's why maybe you guys are currently here having a repeat of this cycle. All right? Of this journey. Because the loyalty was in reverse. So they wasn't loyal to you. And they did not grow old with you. All right? And you were their soulmate. Even in the past life, you were their soulmate. All right? We could have had you know, police issues. It could have been knighthood issues. It could have been control issues. It could have been legal issues with the masculine energy. All right. And they felt like they went through these issues. They always played like they was getting manipulated. This is a low self-esteem. You guys could have had conflict because you was aware of what they were doing to you, and you kind of confronted your masculine energy. But you know, back in the past life, much of that was not allowed. You were not allowed to confront your masculine energy. It's like you had to keep your emotions and your feelings and everything inside when you knew that things were wrong. All right? When you knew that he was basically treating you like trash. Okay? When you knew that he was keeping you a secret. All right? And Divine is saying when you knew that this person was taking other women out of town on his business trips to hotels. All right. Because it was a lot of gossip around town about this and how the divine masculine was in the past life. And as you guys see, a lot of this energy is from the current life as well. Okay? You guys could have given birth to a divine masculine's child back in the past life. And this is what he ended up doing, is neglecting this child. And divine said that you guys started to see right through this person and what they was doing, just like this lifetime. All right? And you felt like this person was under someone's control. So the same energy is here. And you started to doubt this person and who they were. But they always put off some type of forceful energy towards you. But they had their own reasons for doing that, everybody. And it was because they was in this karmic relationship. Even back in the day, they were in karmic relationships. But it was some main strong one in particular that they continued to hold on to. And that is what led this karmic energy to do all of this black magic. Just like today. All right? It's an old school karmic back in the past life that they held on to. Just like they did today. Okay? That they didn't let go of. And this person went crazy. They could have been seeing this person while they were traveling all around on their jobs, telling their divine femme that they were had positions, had jobs, but all along they were sneaking off to be in this karmic relationship. It's much like a double life type of energy here that they were putting out there, and they were utilizing, saying their work and everything was why they were gone a lot. Okay? And once again, it's like they left, children orphaned. And they dad, this came from their dad, trust issues that their dad could have left them orphaned as well. All right? Their dad could have left them orphaned as a child. And this is some of the same energy that they're doing today. If they have children with you, divine femme, or just children with any karmic, they could be not there. They could be neglecting their children and not supporting them. Mentally, financially, or anything like that. Okay? They could have had health issues within themselves. Okay? But one thing is that they did have a lot of friends. Okay? And some of their friends were gossiping about them, just like today. And they had a wake-up call about their friends. Or people that they thought was their friends, or who they considered was their friends. All right, so this is some past life energies that I want to share with you guys. And I just want to get off into this reading because this is what I'm guided to do. All right, so I'm going to start using the past life deck here. And this is by Doreen Virtue. And I'm going to use the past life deck, and I'm going to see what messages that Divine want to share with you guys. And I'm going to clarify on those as I see. All right, this is about the Divine Masculine and his past life. Holy Spirit, please give me the messages that we need to know. What are the messages that we need to know about? All right, so there was issues with the divine masculine's mother. All right, so there could have been, ways and things that maybe her upbringing wasn't the best, or they was the best, or maybe they had some type of close-knit relationship. But I'm going to clarify on these so we can find out. Okay, what else is it about? Okay. Here's angel guidance. It could have, his mother could be an angel, or could have been a guardian angel, or could be one now. All right, Holy Spirit. All right, there's a medicine woman. Somebody was like always helping others, healing others. Is that healer type of energy here? All right. Somebody was afraid to use their wisdom as well. But then somebody was very wise. All right. The next card here is a farm. They could have been living on a farm. They could have owned a farm. And then there's a male, female. This is like the husband and wife, thing going on here. The parents. Okay, the husband and wife. It seems like how they got along here. If you look at this card here, it seems like, they wasn't happy together. Okay, so I just want to find out some energies of the past life, and I want to clarify on these right here. What are these messages? And they said go with the truth deck to clarify these messages. So I'm going to go with the truth deck, and I'm going to clarify this mother. Let's find out who this mother was. And it seems like she was here for the children. All right. But this was a tyrant type of energy that she was married to. The mother was married to a tyrant type of energy who had other relationships. And he thought that the grass was greener on the other side as he traveled around. Okay. Holy Spirit, clarify his mother, the divine masculine's mother energy. All right. All right. So she felt lucky, and she had luck on her side. She thought she was happy. She thought she had it all. As you see, she sit here in story time with her children. So she felt lucky and happy, like she had it all together. Okay. But she noticed that things started changing, and this was different energy within the divine masculine. Okay. Different energies. And I don't know what's going on with this tattoo, but maybe something was going on with ink or writing. I hear, or writing, some type of writing. Okay. But this is karma. So something was going on with maybe a document that was signed. Okay. And maybe this is how they're trying to explain it here. But it was karma. It was judgment, and something legal was going on with this mother and these children. All right. It was illegal. All right. This mother decided that she couldn't trust this person anymore. All right. So she could have stepped away from this energy or left this person or tried to get a divorce here. But she decided she couldn't trust him anymore. This person, he was out acting like a businessman, like he was taking care of business. But yet he kept going in and out and disappearing, just like much of what's happening today. Just in and out, acting like he was working so hard, that little businessman out there. But yet somebody set him up and realized that this was all a lie. All of this gaslighting. He could have got set up in a past life. He could have got busted. All right, what's these two cards here? Yeah, set up by someone who was doing spells and magic and voodoo back in the day. Wow, I hear voodoo. And they tried to cleanse and smudge this person out of their lives. And also the mom figure did as well. She knew something was going on with her energy. And something was, happening here. But she continued to forgive the masculine energy. The divine femme continued to forgive the masculine energy, even though she felt like it was energy interference within their connection and their marriage, because he kept going in and out. Thank you, Holy Spirit. So it was just like she felt him act differently every time he came back from a journey or from a trip. Thank you, Holy Spirit. All right. And look at that. She felt him acting different because he could have went to go see this person. This person could have started getting jealous. They could have been arguing about this marriage to the divine femme. All right. So Holy Spirit, clarify the angels. Why is the angels here for the divine masculine? All right. Because they could have warned him that the grass was not greener on the other side. He still had guardian angels in his life, but he kept taking risks. Okay. And the angels was warning him and telling him about his behaviors, that he was a narcissist, that he was trying to control everything. He was in that tyrant energy, not listening, and he was all about himself. Just taking over everything, leaving behind his family, thinking the grass was greener on another situation, much like what he did in this lifetime. Whoa. Thank you, Holy Spirit. As y'all seen these cards jumped here, look at that. He got caught up with a sexual energy, a succubus bitch, even back in the past life. The same energies that he got caught up with today, he was manipulated sexually. All right. Seductive energy, temptress energy. All right. He made a U-turn from his family situation and he jumped on board with the karmic situation here due to lust and sex. And he used his job and being on the road as ways to be with this person and form a relationship and toxic addiction with this person. Let's clarify the medicine woman or the medicine man. All right, some divine masculines could have been a doctor, but their career was in chaos. All right, the wrong medicine was taken here. They was feeding into the wrong situations and not into their family situations. And they created chaos here. Look at that. They was feeding into the wrong situations. Here's karmic energy. Could have been a battle. There was jealousy. You know, there could have been weapons drawn and everything like that because someone continued to hold on to people that they was hiding out on the road. And they, instead of actually acting like they were taking care of business, they was out seeing their multiple lovers and different karmic situations and forming relationships with them until the divine feel like the money and the income was not matching the distance and all the times that they were gone. Look at that. And here's the divine femme. They was holding on to an ex, and when they had someone who was perfect for them all along. Okay? And they were being fake, and they were lying. And all the things that was happening on the road, every time they called with all these lies and secrets and stuff that was happening, divine said it was all a lie. Much like everything that's happening today. Okay? And now they got a wake-up call here. Karma's here. All right? They could have been going to coffee houses, meeting karmics. You know, just discussing things, hanging out, having sex, and having fun. Okay? And look at that. Just hustling different people while they was on the road. While they was on the road, they was still out there, you know, acting like they can make people feel good. Hustling people for their money. And mostly women. They was plotting and scamming and hustling people. You know, coming home with little or nothing. All right. So they could have owned a farm. Okay. They could have had a farm. What's this farm for the divine masculine in the past life? What's the past life energy for this farm? That you guys on this farm, or you guys had developed some things together. There were a union. It was a union here where you guys was one. And you guys could have had a home base, a study foundation. You could have had this union and this connection, but it got ruined due to them making U-turns, them hustling other people. All right? You know, and look at this, making broken promises. They made you a broken promise possibly and left you on this farm, divine femme. All right, so what I want to see is what is this male and female dynamic here? For the past life of the divine masculine. What is this male-female card? Wow. So they just put things in your head. They made you feel like something was going to happen. Things were going to change. They were going to be there. You guys were going to build. And it was all a lie. They put all this stuff in your head, divine femme. And nothing happened with this. Nothing ever compelled or grew. All right. Look at that. And that's why they're facing karma. And a time has come. The same thing they did to you guys in the past life is what they did in the current life today. The same energies. And divine said those are truths. And look at their intentions, you know, were fucked up. They intended on still having this family life until you woke up in the past life and realized what was happening here. And they were still trying to hold on to karmic relationships. Their intentions were shit in the past life. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Confirmation in the past life. Their intentions were shit. Thank you. Confirmation. The past life. Their intentions were the same as they are in this life. That's a strong message. And I told you guys I was definitely divinely guided to do this reading, and it's just seeing the cards and the confirmations of what I'm feeling here and what I'm seeing and guided to do is just amazing to me. Okay, and this was you, divine femme, that mom who stayed back and took care of the kids. Now some of you guys had children with your divine masculine in the past life. Look at this. You were overworked. All right, they were doing too much of not being there for you. All right, because look at this shit. Divine said in past life they were a tyrant. And this card stayed on the table while you were overworked, taking care of the farm, taking care of the kids, while they were just out doing some of everything that wasn't right. Okay, Holy Spirit, give us some more past life energy messages for the divine masculine so we can better understand this life. Give us some more past life energies, Holy Spirit. All right. They said that in the past life, they thought the grass was greener on the other side. In the past life. Yup. All right. You were always bitching at this person. You was talking shit to this person. They had karmic energies talking shit to them about things and, turning and flipping. But you cleansed yourself. Divine stepped in and cleansed you. You had that epiphany and that wake up call just as you're doing now. Okay? You realized, thank you, Holy Spirit, because you were on the verge. You were definitely being triggered. There was a lot of combat and arguing between you and the masculine energy in the past life because you felt alone. And so you guys could have left this person, divorced this person, walked away. All right? And you manifested something real. And this is all that's happening in this life for you, Divine Femme, because you walked away from the situation. And this is still a strong message that Divine is saying. Maybe that's what you have to do in this life to manifest what it is that you want. Again, and you might have to do it alone. And this is a truth that you might have to accept. Okay? Because recognize your worth. You are a diva. You are, have your shit together. All right? But once again, it's somebody here that's jealous and insecure who's trying to take all of your energy. This strong, powerful energy that you're feeling, somebody's trying to take this away, suck it away. All right? And it's time for you to break free from this energy, from this person who deal with this type of energy. All right? Holy Spirit, these messages from the past life, because this person could be crazy. So it's definitely time to break free, all right? And this is you being concerned about your children as well in the past life due to these type of situations. All right? The past life is, yes, it was all about seduction. And you were being warned to break free of the situation, all right? It was like you were being hacked and threatened type of energy here, being dragged, signs and everything, to let you know it's time to go from this situation before it got toxic, okay? So the next thing I want to ask is, can you give us some energy? I just was curious about Divine Masculine's father. Wow. All right, so Divine Femme ended up having a lot of phobias about the Divine Masculine. You ended up having a lot of phobias about this life with them, about their other women, their karmics. You end up feeling insecure about that, okay? And that's a truth. But look at this. Look, the High Priestess was still in your life. You still had intuition back in the day. You were very intuitive back in the day, Divine Femme. You were in your High Priestess energy, and it's where you had known what was going on. You felt the energy of deception. You were listening to your intuition even back in the past life. Okay? That's very cool to know stuff like that. Okay? And look at that, because it was angel guided. The angels were guiding you. Divine was guiding you to these messages. You were very intuitive in the past life as well as this life, Divine Femme. Look at that. You were a healer. You were a medicine woman. Okay? And you definitely liked the, I forgot what those are, they're on the tip of my tongue. All right, look at that. You were probably a force to reckon with this masculine energy. You guys could have been competitive, all right? But it's also like you were not backing down from what you felt like was right, but it took a period of time for you to get to that level, okay? And that's maybe how it is today. What happened here on the farm? You guys could have definitely had property back in the day. All right, look at that. I said some knighthood type of energy where somebody could have been a knight. You could have had met a knight. It could have been somebody new. All right, let's clarify why the knight is here, but it also could be control. All right, this knight is here because that's somebody's karma. All right, so it could have been some legal issues, ramifications to situations, legal issues. All right, and this is what I feel like documentation. Somebody also could have been branded. I feel like that, okay? But it was due to somebody trying to control somebody's life, all right? And somebody was all about wealth and power. Somebody wanted complete control of a situation. And you, divine femme, complete control. All right? But yet, they left you and your children abandoned. Now, I wanted to go into more energies. I just wanted to check out the divine masculine's father, and I just keep getting beautiful energy, I guess, about you, pertaining to you and what you went through in the past life. Okay, so back about the father energy. Wow. All right, so here's some Atlantis. You know, back in the past life could have been a water sign type of energy. It was definitely an unrequited love situation. So this person could have put you in a love. They could have put, the divine masculine's mother in an unrequited love situation. And she started to use her wisdom. All right. Can I get some more energy on divine masculine's father? Divine masculine's father? About his father. All right. So he could have been Native American, all right? Had some of this heritage into his, energy, that heritage. There could have been a baby that was born, all right? Somebody could have had a baby outside of their vows. As you see, there's somebody here in the background, but here's the main wife. So somebody could have had a baby outside of their vows. Okay, and here's that Celtic cross energy. Okay, so I want to clarify on some of this, because this looks like something that was pretty interesting, and I just want to give you guys some clarity as well, because this seemed like some of the same energy that has taken place. All right, look at that. Somebody's head was sketchy. Somebody didn't know all the facts in a past life about the divine masculine's father. Okay, so the Atlantis card. So somebody was very jealous about that. Somebody was with their father, and he had other lovers, and he possibly had a baby outside of his vows. It could have led to confrontation, arguments. All right. Could you please clarify Atlantis? Yes, this person could have been vowing to get revenge. Okay, and setting this person up and mad, and she was probably threatening the dad about telling the mom about this baby that they had in secret. Okay, the Atlantis energy is being materialistic. All right, being with people to get what they wanted here. Atlantis energy here. Just arguing and being very disrespectful. I guess, I don't know why here on top of the world, or this Atlantis energy for the past life of the masculine's father. They broke free from some energy here. For Atlantis, just breaking free from disrespectfulness, from cycle energy. So they could have felt like maybe they was caught up in a aggressive situation. Maybe somebody was wanting money from them or using them for money. Or that's that hustling energy. Yeah, they thought they found good luck with this person, and maybe this just turned out to be a nightmare for them. So it's almost like they got karma back. Again, this whole situation I see is a repetitive, revolving cycle from the dad to the masculine to what they put out today. All of this is a repetitive cycle. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Taking risk, gambling, love, gambling situations away, thinking they're being lucky all the time. Just making U-turns, stopping a plan, just doing all of that. It all started back with his dad because, and further than that, they're saying that because they didn't love themselves. And they made everybody feel the same fucking way. Unrequited love situations. What is that, Holy Spirit? For the divine masculine's dad, this unrequited love situation. This unrequited love situation. It's the dad here. Yeah, they just played with fire. They were always pissing people off, putting themselves in hot situations. They didn't show love to people. They promised it, but they never showed it. It's like they were struggling to find themselves. They didn't know who they was. And this is exactly what they did to their sons, put this same type of energy off on their sons. And that's why their sons struggling with the same energy today. And Holy Spirit clarifying what? Past life karma. past life. This all came from a past life, even a past life of this father of the divine masculine. This is something that continued. And that's why divine is saying we have to break the cycle, the chain of this behavior. Because you see, it continues. This karma is here again. All right. And look at these two cards, because somebody keeps going through somebody's life, keep trying to find out about people, keep putting themselves in situations, and keep getting tempted through sex and lust. Just not happy with what they have, just always out looking for more until they get themselves in a situation. All right, Holy Spirit, why is the baby here? Why is the baby here? Because they was doing too much. Overworked, seeing multiple karmics and people. Why is the baby here? All right, because you was chilling, staying in your lane, minding your business, but they was out making babies. Wow. And now they was at a cry for help because they had all these secret babies. The dad just was out doing their thing. When somebody, yeah, they were dealing with people who talked a whole bunch of shit, who coerced them into going to the other side. You know, that they're going to be so much happy. They don't need all this tied down life with you, divine femme, and your children. And they just coerced them with money and gifts and luxuries. And they just took a dip on to the other side. You know, they just got coerced. Yup. Their intentions when they went to the other side, it did not work out like they thought it was going to be. The same fucking story of the divine masculine. And the same story that happened with his dad. Let's find out, why is this Native American here? What is this? Karma and judgment. Why is the Native American here? This person that had a hot head, wasn't listening, and they didn't pay attention to the red flags. All right, they didn't pay attention. They got all burnt out doing all of this stuff that they was doing behind divine femme's back. Somebody was throwing magic on them. They felt like they was losing their mind. They couldn't make the proper decisions. They kept staying stuck. The same stuff. All right. And the angels was trying to give them wisdom as to what was going on. It kept being overlooked. Look at that. Inconspicuous. Just not identifying or paying attention. Or even attracting attention. Or just not focused type of energy here on you. Just keeping you a secret. You know, not being wise about how they treated you, who you was. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Just not being wise about, thank you, Holy Spirit, about who you was. This is the dad's energy. Just never being wise about the divine femme. And this is exactly how the masculine is in the past life where he was, and then it's here in the current life again. So this is definitely a trickle-down effect of how they always treated you, divine femme. Like you were kind of invisible. They always went for sex first. They never used their wisdom when it came to you. Okay? Look at that. Because they were very egotistical in regards to women. All right? And they end up being trapped with power-hungry women. Okay? And look at this. And shady women. This is what they liked. And they end up always getting played, getting taken for granted, getting their money taken. And that's what always happened to them. The same things that happen to them today. All right. And I just want to clarify the Celtic cross. What is the Celtic cross, Holy Spirit, for the divine masculine's father? Look at that shit. Thank you, Holy Spirit, that this is a trickle-down effect. That the masculine and the whole family trait was always a bunch of hustlers. This is what they did. This is their history, their bloodline of being hustlers. And this is where the masculine picked up this energy. All right? This is amazing to find out this story, you know, just like that. The same things that they did. So I just wanted to share that with y'all, okay? And just pick up on the other energies that I feel. How did the masculine feel for his divine masculine in the past life? How did divine masculine feel for his feminine in the past life? He walked away from her in the past life. All right? He chose somebody else in the past life. And that's why you guys had to come back and do it again in this life. Because he walked away from her in the past life. How did he feel? Yeah, thank you, Holy Spirit. He walked away from her in the past life due to passion. He wasn't awakened, and he felt like he couldn't do it. He didn't have the optimism in the past life to try to work this out because his life stayed in chaos about being in this commitment. He was never really sure because he was stuck in passion with other people. He never really put the work in and gave you the chance or the opportunity because, thank you, Holy Spirit, he stayed in karmic relationships, on the road, in and out of your life. He was married to you, some of you guys, in the past life and had a family with you, but yet he got into a karmic family situation, much like today, from being clouded, from his head and mind being clouded, okay? Getting in these karmic situations. Thank you, Holy Spirit. But he felt like that is what made him complete. That's what made him complete back in the day, being clouded and being with karmics. They made him feel lovable. They stroked his ego. They stroked his narcissism, okay? They was very aggressive. But all that brought the masculine energy back in the day was hardship, okay? Because they suppressed everything that they felt. They suppressed their dysfunctional family. They suppressed how they seen their dad treat their mom. Okay? They suppressed all of that energy. And the next card is neglecting wounds. They neglected these wounds. They hid them. And this is something that they're struggling with as their inner childhood wounds. Neglecting of their dysfunction as a child. Their parents' dysfunction as a child. All right. Maybe that dad was not there like he should have been. Maybe he was out having other relationships, multiple families. All right. Thank you, Holy Spirit. The next card is ghosting. He ghosted his family. He wasn't there for them. Okay. But every time he came back, he just compromised. Act like he cared. Promised the divine femme that he was going to work things out. And just continue to be in and out. All right. And the mom continued to feel trapped in this situation. He wasn't there for his family, but the mom tried to do the best she can. And some of these moms had addictions. Some of these moms turned into narcissists because they felt like they had to do things alone. They turned abusive, neglectful, mean. All right. But divine femme became abundant. She no longer stayed trapped, okay? She no longer stayed trapped. And the divine masculine knew that she would be abundant. And they wanted to be abundant with her. But yet because they tried to keep her trapped. Because they wanted to be abundant with her, all right? But they had a harder time learning their lessons. Just like today. And this was separated them. Because they were still out here doing too much. Still out here doing too much on the road, having families, babies, other situations, karmics and everything, and always thinking that the divine never knew anything when the angels was assisting her all along. These cards right here I just told was pick up. Thank you. Treating a twin flame like shit all along when they knew they had one. Constantly choosing other people over her. And then trying to come back and reconcile with her all the time. Just dealing with broken promises and reconciling with other people and then denying how they treated her. This is that coward energy, okay? Denying their spirituality, this journey, that this is part of their spiritual journey. Just denying it, okay? And dealing with all of these guilts and wounds, abandoning their children, and just not healing these wounds as a child. Okay? Deceiving themselves and being fake. And that is a fact. Okay? They were summoned to do the right thing. They were summoned. Okay? So I just want to see, how did the masculine in the past life, how did he feel for the divine femme? And I'm going to use the old school deck here because this is an old school story, right? So how did the divine masculine how did he feel for the divine femme in the past life? Please let us know. How did he feel for the divine femme in the past life? In the past life? All right, even the dad did the same thing. And it's like in the past life, he was still holding on to other people. In the past life, still holding on to other relationships. That's how he felt. All right, look at that. And just always wanted her to forgive him, work it out, forgive him, until he went and did this again. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Until he did this again. So this was a pattern of dysfunction, just like he could have possibly seen with his dad. A pattern of dysfunction in and out, okay? And always trying to, yes, thank you, Holy Spirit, give this relationship a chance. Always wanted you to forgive him and keep giving this relationship a chance, only for him to continue to backstab you. All right? This person was struggling with finances and career because he wasn't really having a career. He was out finessing women, hustling other people, for money. And that was his career. And that's how he made his money. Okay? And this is a heart-to-heart conversations that you guys needed to have about the career and finances. And you guys called in your soulmate. You could have left this masculine energy and called in your soulmate, okay? But your masculine energy felt like he called you in. You were a blessing. You were a gift. But they constantly took advantage of you. Okay? And they realized back in the day that that's what they did. And they could be realizing that now today. Look at that. And this is healing family issues. See, a lot of you guys could have children or could have had children. Even today or in the past life, had children in the family with your masculine. And they always act like they was going to heal things. Always came in like you were their soulmate. But they constantly did the same thing again and again because they were stuck with passion. That you always had to heal them because they had passion issues with some of everybody. Okay? And you didn't pay attention to some of these red flags until it was too late. Thank you, Holy Spirit. It's like I'm telling the story that some of these same things happened in the past life that you still continue to deal with today from your masculine. Still got to notice the red flags in a whole new lifetime with this person. Okay? And look at that. Because of codependent issues. It's just like still holding this person's hand like you've been holding it from the last lifetime to this lifetime and nothing ever changed. They keep doing the same old thing over and over again. All right? Over and over again. They just be warned. They get summoned to do the right thing, but they don't. Okay? And they try to listen and get advice from the angels. Talk to friends about things. But it's just like a fuck up mentality. All right? But they do have true feelings for you. But everything is romance and sexual. I don't feel like there's any learning here, just like it wasn't in the current life now. But they always felt like you could be the one. And that's why they always hang around you. But yet you're always triggered, tried, and tested. All right? Because they continue to hold on to things, people, places that don't serve them. Okay? This is a continuing energy that's been happening here. But yet they want this sacred union. All right. So what are the messages that they want to share with you and they did share with you in a past life? That to close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joy. And allow yourself to feel that. All right. The messages is a sexual union. So they want this sexual union. And this is something that they always had. This is the energy that even in the past life, these masculines came in and thought they could have great sex with you and all of your problems were fixed. All right? And everything was back to being normal and happy. Okay? Look at this playfulness. After you guys had sex. So the same energy until they go right back and do the same shit again. All right? And this is, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. And that's probably when Divine Film find out what was actually going on in this situation. But Divine is saying you will have to wait until divine timing. to find out everything and the outcome energies of this twin flame journey. Look at this shit. Thank you, Holy Spirit, twin flames. You will have to wait and go through the motions, go through the flows, because this might not turn out like what you think. This is all divinely guided and is all divinely orchestrated. And this sacred plan is part of the divine's union. So they said, forget the outcomes, that they got this. They got everything under control. Okay? So this is the past life reading for your divine masculine, that this divine masculine knew of his twin flames and how he treated you in the past life. This is what I have for you, and if you like your own personal twin flame reading, please email me at queenofwands50@gmail.com. I hope you guys enjoyed this as well as I enjoyed doing it for you. It was very interesting, but it's on the same page. Okay? Thanks a lot. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.